Yo, what's up everyone? I'm back with another deep dive, and today we're talking Mafia: The Old Country, the latest entry in the Mafia series that dropped on August 8th, 2025 for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series XSS. Developed by Hangar 13 and published by 2K, this prequel takes us to 1900 Sicily for a gritty mob tale that's all about family, loyalty, and climbing the criminal ladder. Priced at $50, it's a linear action adventure that clocks in around 12-13 hours, focusing on narrative over open-world bloat. If you're a fan of classic Mafia games or gangster flicks like The Godfather, this might be your jam. But is it worth the hype 2 weeks after launch? Let's break it down. Story, gameplay, visuals, audio, value, pros, cons, and my final score. Buckle up, because we're heading to the Old Country. Mafia. The Old Country is a throwback to the series' roots, delivering a cinematic mob drama set in early 1900 Sicily that prioritizes story and atmosphere over bloated mechanics. You play as Enzo Favara, a young sulfur miner turned mafioso, in a 12-13-hour tale of revenge, family ties, and the brutal Cosa Nostra life. It's not reinventing the wheel. Gameplay feels dated at times and tech issues pop up. But strong writing, stellar performances, and a gorgeous Sicilian backdrop make it a solid, if predictable, entry. At $50, it's a worthy pick for narrative fans, but action junkies might want more meat. Let's get into it. Let's start with the story, because that's where Mafia: The Old Country shines brightest. You're Enzo Favara, a 17-year-old kid, sold into sulfur mine slavery by his deadbeat dad, who gets pulled into the Terrissi crime family after a chance encounter. It's a rags-to-mobster arc set against the backdrop of 1900 Sicily, blending themes of loyalty, betrayal, and the immigrant dream gone wrong. The narrative unfolds over 14 chapters, with Enzo running errands, shaking down locals, and escalating into full-blown family wars. It's predictable if you've seen any gangster movie. Think The Godfather meets Goodfellas. But the writing is sharp, and the pacing keeps you hooked without filler. The real standout is the character work. Enzo's growth from wide-eyed kid to hardened enforcer feels earned, and his romance with Isabella adds emotional weight, turning it into a love story amid the violence. Side characters like Don Terrissi and your mentor figures pop with personality, thanks to excellent voice acting and dialogue that captures Sicilian grit. There are twists, especially in the second half, with set pieces like a festival ambush that feels straight out of a mob flick. On the downside, it blazes through plot points too fast, leaving some arcs underdeveloped, and the ending's a bit abrupt. Players on X love the narrative focus, calling it one of the best in the series since Mafia 2, solid 8.5 out of 10. Familiar, but executed with heart. Gameplay-wise, The Old Country plays it safe, sticking to third-person shooting, stealth, and driving that feels like a refined Mafia. Definitive edition. Enzo's arsenal includes period guns like shotguns and revolvers, plus knife fights that are brutal and satisfying. Think quick-time events mixed with combos. Gunplay is punchy, with short, intense skirmishes where cover and positioning matter. And stealth sections let you sneak, choke out guards, or blend into crowds. Driving old-school buggies and horses adds charm, handling clunky but authentic to the era. The world is a semi-open Sicilian countryside, hills, villages, and mines, but it's mostly window dressing. Exploration boils down to collectibles, like papers and trinkets, with no side quests or random encounters to flesh it out. Missions are linear. Deliver packages, threaten folks, or infiltrate hideouts. But some feel like padding, and waypoints can be confusing. It's fun in bursts, especially knife duels or horse chases, but critics call it bland and monotonous, lacking depth or innovation. Player impressions echo this. Serviceable to get you through the story, but dated compared to modern action games. Out of 10, it works. But don't expect GTA levels of freedom. Visually, this game's a stunner. Powered by Unreal Engine 5, Sicily looks alive. Rolling hills, dusty roads, vibrant villages, and moody sulfur mines that capture the era's grit and beauty. Character models are detailed, with expressive animations and lighting that make sunsets or torchlit nights pop. It's cinematic, like playing a period drama, and photo mode fans are loving it on X. That said, UE5 issues are real. Traversal stutters, texture pop-ins, and frame drops, especially on PC where crashes and shader compilation hit hard. Consoles fare better, holding 60 FPS mostly, but even there, busy scenes can dip. It's not game-breaking, but it keeps the visuals from perfection. 8 out of 10. Gorgeous world, tech woes aside. Audio is top tier. The soundtrack mixes orchestral swells with Sicilian folk tunes, ramping up tension in fights or underscoring emotional beats perfectly. Voice acting steals the show. Dub is immersive, with tones conveying everything from threats to heartbreak, even without subtitles. Sound design nails it. Clunky car engines, punchy gunshots, and ambient chatter make the world feel lived in. No major complaints, 9 out of 10, it's a banger. At $50 for 12-13 hours, the old country is fairly priced for a focused narrative experience. No bloat, just a tight story. Replayability is low without new game plus or DLC yet, but completionists can hunt collectibles. It's a steal if you dig mob tales, but if you want endless content, look elsewhere. In 2025's crowded market, it stands out for doing less, but doing it well. 8 out of 10. Solid value. So there you go. Mafia, the old country, is a welcome return for the series, nailing a heartfelt mob drama in a stunning Sicily that feels like a playable movie. The story and atmosphere carry it, but dated gameplay and tech hiccups hold it back from greatness. If you're in for narrative-driven action like Uncharted or classic Mafia, grab it, especially at $50. But if you need innovation or open world depth, it might feel underwhelming. Solid debut for this era, and I'm hyped for what's next. What do you think? Played it yet? Drop your takes in the comments like if this helped, and sub for more reviews. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.